In this video, we're going to see an example of sharing data between forms. What will happen is I'll click a thumbnail here, and we will pass that picture, whichever one I click, from Form 1 to Form 2. We're going to blow it up in Form 2. So we need to get the picture from Form 1 to Form 2, and we have a couple of options for doing that. One option is the tag property, which is what we'll talk about in this video. Another option you have would be to overload the second form constructor, which is discussed in a second video. So what we'll do is we're going to make use of the Form 1's tag property. I'm going to double click this first thumbnail. The code for each of them is almost identical, but I have this comment in here, the Forms tag property. I'm in Form 1 now, so we're talking about Form 1's tag property, can be used to expose a value to other forms, or to the outside world, so to speak. So what I'll do is when I click picture box 1, I'm going to take the image in that picture box and put it in the tag property, which will expose it to Form 2. Just a quick look here. I have the form selected. I'm in the properties window over here. The tag property is something that you can set at design time, but here we're going to set it at runtime because I don't know which of these pictures the user is going to click ultimately. Okay, so I'm going to set this forms tag property to whatever picture is in picture box 1, whatever image is in picture box 1. So this dot tag, it's easy, the code is easy, so we'll say it's equal to picture box 1 dot image. Okay, so now that image, the one that I clicked on, is exposed to the outside world. It'll be easy to go into Form 2 and just grab that image and display it in a picture box, a larger picture box. And then I think what I'll do is, while I'm here, I'm going to launch Form 2. Maybe we'll call it F2. Okay, instantiating Form 2, which is just a blank form at the moment. We'll go in there and write the code to display the picture. So again, the code for the second picture is going to be almost identical, so I'm going to copy that. And this is for, if I double click this one, the second picture, we'll just change picture box 1 to picture box 2. Again, just taking that image, whatever's in that picture box, putting it in the tag property, and thus exposing it to the outside. Okay, so I'm going to go into Form 2. And I think I'll do everything in the form load. Okay. So I think what I need to do is we're going to grab the image from Form 1's tag property. Okay. And we'll put it into a variable. I'll say image, we'll call it artpic equals. And then this code we haven't really seen before. You can reach into the tag property. We'll say application.openForms. Every application, such as this one, has an open forms collection. And what I can do is reference, it's Form 1, that's the official name of Form 1. I know it's not the greatest name. And then from there I can reach right into the tag. Now, the compiler's complaining, and it's the usual cannot implicitly convert. It's really what the image is stored in the tag object. Anything is stored in the tag property as a generic object, and we'll have to cast that as we're getting it out of that tag property. So we're going to cast it to type image, okay, getting it in the format that we want. Okay, so that'll do it. So now we're pretty much home free. I think I really just have nothing on Form 2, so I think what I'll do is I'll create a picture box at runtime. This isn't something that we do often, but we'll say picture box. I'll call it pic box equals new picture box. Okay, and I'm going to set the image to the artpic that we went through all the trouble to get. And I think what I'll do, because these two pictures are different dimensions, like one of them is kind of a portrait orientation, this one's more of a landscape, I'll just set the dimensions of the picture box to whatever picture is being displayed. So we'll say picbox.height equals artpic.height. Same thing with the width. Okay. And very importantly, if you're adding a control to a form at runtime, which is not something we do often, you have to, in order for that thing to display, you have to add it to the form's controls collection. Again, if you haven't seen this line of code before, it's because we so very rarely add controls at runtime. We do it typically at design time. But here it is. So we'll say this.controls.add. So adding the picture box to the form's controls collection in order for it to be displayed. That's the pick box. Okay, so I think one more finishing touch. This will look real nice. We'll say this dot height, meaning I'm going to set the form's height equal to the picture box height and width, and same thing with the width here. So when we see the picture, when we launch the zoom form, so to speak, then it'll just be all picture and no gray. So you'll see. Okay, so I think that'll do it. What do I want you to take away from this? Ultimately is the tag. Okay, the tag property allows us to expose a value, in this case an image. So in Form 1 I'm putting that image, whatever is clicked on, into the tag, and then in Form 2 all I have to do is reach into that Open Forms tag property, the Form 1 tag property, and there it is for the taking, that image, whatever I want to look at. Okay, so I'm going to run that. Okay, there's the first one. There's the second one.